Hello everyone, welcome back to another GC Railfan video. This time we'll be doing a short review, or as short as I can make it with my ramblings, of the brand new released just today, although by the time most of you watch this it'll be the day after, Great Northern Railway 6-wheeler coaches by Digital Traction. I'm going to preview these on the Weird Teasdale network. It's an applicable route. Ish. It's one that I had to hand basically at the time. So I just thought, well, we will use that. I'm on pause. I'm on the pause break button as such at the minute to improve frame rate. Just briefly, while I just have a quick look round. So we're going to start off with the Great Northern Railway livery coaches. There's two livery variations. You've got Great Northern, which is the row we're going to be looking at here, and we've got LNER. The only major difference really, well, the only difference really is the fact it says LNER rather than GNR, but we'll get into closer details as we go along. So there's 4 types of coaches in this pack. We have got a first class vehicle with luggage stroke. I think that was a lavatory at each end. Yeah, that's corridor compo. Whoops. Yeah, I don't. They didn't bother partition because you're not going to see it. That's just fair enough. But these had a toilet at each end, I believe. Someone may correct me if I am wrong. Then we move on to a second. That said second class in the listing. That's confusing. It's actually third class, but it said second class in the asset list. I don't know why. But anyway, again, third class accommodation. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 passenger compartments. You've got a luggage compartment at each end to put your suitcases in. Back in the days where luggage storage made sense, unlike on modern trains where you have very tiny luggage racks and people take the most massive suitcases that could probably fit a Chinese contortionist in them. Moving on, we then have a composite guard brake vehicle, which consists of 2 third-class accommodation compartments and 2 first-class. So I'll try that again because I can't remember if I did that right or not. I've had a really bad day today. Um, so there's 2 first-class compartments and 2 third-class compartments. There we go, that's better. And we've got the guards vehicles at the back. With the ducats as well, and the air vents and the lamps. Then moving on, lastly, we've got a guard stroke luggage van, which is, as it says on the tin, half luggage, and then you've got the guards come out as well. So obviously plenty of accommodation for the guard, but also plenty of accommodation for the luggage. So we'll start from the back on this one. All the coaches are pretty standard. Obviously, I'll try and check the ends. I've coupled them up without thinking, but looking at the ends, we'll go through it. They're pretty much standard sort of design on the ends. So obviously, as we can see, quite well detailed. We've got the ladders and steps up to the top with the handrail across the top. We've got the vac pipe, we've got the coupling and the safety chains. Oh, and we've got lamp brackets there as well, modelled accurately. Detailing is very good. The skins are actually quite good. They're pleasantly pleasing. They really show up nice in sunlight in the game. But as you can tell, you definitely get a darker look without the sunlight on, which I quite like the effect of. So the skins have been done very, very well. Looking at the underframe detail here, plenty of underframe detail with brake rigging. The springs are nicely done as well. Are they wooden wheels? No way. I must be going mad. No, I'm not. They are wooden wheels. Well, I never knew that. Okay. So yeah, looking at the wheels and everything, absolutely sound underneath. You can still see plenty of detail as well. Rivets on the back of the wheels. Obviously, the wooden construction. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far. I never realised I had one. That always had wooden wheels. No, well, okay, pleasant surprise. But yeah, very well done. Moving on to the type font. Whoops, get here. As you can see, it's a little bit too far in. As you can see, nicely detailed and shaded. I like that a lot. That's very accurate from what reference I know of. Looks spot on. I've even got little GN crests down here as well, which is very finely detailed. I mean, that's very high resolution for me to zoom in that far and to have very little distortion on it. So great detailing there. Numbers again are under the same sort of type font as all the writing. The same on the LNER carriages. And as you can note on the carriage, you got the nice stripes going up the side, like kind of like arrows. Very, very nice and attractive. Hinge detail is nice on the doors, door handle, and the door knob. Very accurately done. Oh, also I noticed little T-key holes above. You can see. I'll get there. I know my cursor's not on the screen. They would be, those two round things would be your carriage key locks, or budget locks as we call them these days. We'll just take a quick look at the ducats as best as I can. Oh, that's very nice. Clear glass both sides. You can see into the interior. And we've also got the lamps on the top to designate end of train, which again are quite nicely detailed, I think. More of the same with the rest of the coaches. Yeah, the basic, your rudimentaries of the carriage, which are your stripes up and down here, the shaded lettering, numbers, and everything are really good. Detail again the same on the underframes. All these are the same underframes pretty much. Are all very nice. Same detail on the end again. As you can see with the sun shining on it, you can see how it stands out a bit more. It might be my graphic settings. I don't know if you can see on the image. I'm getting a little bit more blue tear coming through on the lining for some reason. It must be my graphics settings. So don't worry about that too much. Moving around to the first class vehicle. Do apologise. We do have a first class vehicle that has a lavatory at either end, as I showed you earlier. Again, all the details are rudimentarily the same, very nicely modelled, makes perfect sense. VAT brakes, safety chains, everything. So basically, they're all identical apart from basically what's on the top of the carriage frames. So yeah, obviously these would be formed to make a lot longer rakes, but overall they're very nice. I mean, in terms of carriages that I've seen come out from this sort of time frame, there's only really Gordon-Mac who does anything similar. But it's really nice. We finally got some nice Great Northern six-wheelers to go with the Sterling single and the digital traction N2. Moving on to the LNER variants, as you can see, literally the only difference between these coaches is the fact it's got LNER on the side. Just going over it a little bit with my eyes. Yeah. Right, okay. The only major differences on these are the LNER. Again, very high resolution. Obviously, it's the golden lettering with the red shading underneath it, as to opposed to blue. Even when we look at first class, it's got LNER shading as well, so they will have just changed the shading. Numbering on the coaches as well. Again, high resolution. They've really gone all out on this pack, actually, I think, in terms of detail. There's not a lot I can really say wrong about it at the moment. It is what it is. A basic coach pack. 4 standard varieties coaches, 4 diagrams coaches that were used on East Coast Main Line Expresses a period. Roof details are very good. Alpha layer, very shiny, I feel. Perhaps could have been dulled down a bit more, but can I get the angle right? Yeah, from that sort of view. What about from this side? Unless you get right up close to it, it starts shining a little bit, but I think even the whoops, I do apologise. Yeah, they do shine a little bit as you look directly at them, but from an angle they're great. I like all the roof details. In fact, I like the way that DT have also done the details here along the top of the vents in that little box. Right. Oh yeah, that's what I meant to point out. On the luggage van, also got proper square windows on the back. Compared to the brake vehicle, which the only difference is it doesn't have the vents down between the windows on the lower bottom part. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you out for a short drive of the Sterling single because you get to see how nice these things look. Not only that, on top of that, you also get to experience the carriage sounds and interior views. So that's what we'll do. Going to be using the Ivert variant of the GNR single today, just for a little change. Oh, it's going to roll backwards because I'm on a gradient, aren't I? Didn't think about that, am I? Right, that should be clear of the points for me to set them. Well, come on then, stop your git. There we go. That's weird, I've got no sensors. There we go. I know this is a bit boring. Anyway, while we're faffing about with this little channel update while we're waiting, just let you know, we'll be uploading more videos soon. Next major video on my list, providing I've got time to get around to it, is the Speyside route. I'm going to crash here, aren't I? That was nicely done. It didn't like that. That was a bit weird. The jumping forward was a bit off. But hey, I think that's just train sim being train sim. There we go. Right. Channel update at the moment. Next major video will be a series of videos on the Speyside route. If I've got time. If not, the next major thing that will come out will be the digital traction. Sorry, not digital traction. The Caledonia Works C-Class model. I'm waiting for that to come out. I look forward to seeing that come out. Bring a bit of variety to what has been a very eastern period of time. Okay, that's interesting. I think this is down to the platform markers, but I just pressed T and none of these coaches opened, which is a bit disconcerting. But as you can see, you get proper doors opening, nice interiors on them with the leather straps that they used to raise and lower the windows back in the day. You can see the daylight through the vents. Thank you, AI person, you absolute spoon. Right then, I'll get us on the move comfortably, and then I'll take you through some of the carriage sounds and other relevant features, such as passenger views if they come with any. This is just so I can get some momentum up for the moment, because I've got a couple of junctions to get across on this route. So I think you guys will be more than happy with about 30 seconds or so while we get out of the way. Go. which is where we body. They do have some restricted views, which we can't go into. Now we're on the way slightly. Okay, so I've hit 5. This brings me up to an interesting view here, which puts it on the guard's vehicle, which for some reason faced the other way. No big deal. But this is quite cool. You get a proper guard's view. Train. In fact, I'll see some fantastic screenshot video opportunities just looking there. So I've pressed 5, so you don't really get any interior views, which is a bit of a shame. I think it would have been very nice if we did have interior views, just so we could get a bit more of a period feel for the coaches themselves. The sounds are very nice. The wheel sounds are good. I'm trying to listen here. I'm sure you can hear that residual running noise in the background from the coaches when I shut off the accelerator. Leave the throttle there, it's no big deal. Right, what I'm going to do, just very quickly, go to that vehicle there. I like the carriage sounds on these. This is what I was really doing a momentum test for. Basically see how the sounds react and the physics react and the braking. I like that. Sounds clicky-clacky. Very. I love that. I love that. Oh. Flange wheel sounds very realistic. It sounds more like realistic flange wheel. Ah, hello, we found our feet now. I know it says I'm speeding. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we're nearly approaching 40 miles an hour. The sounds are very consistent. Whoops, that's the wrong way. I'm looking at deafness with engine. Sounds are very consistent. They're definitely not inferior sounds. They're very good actually. No further enhancement required, which is very, very good. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to move forward a bit towards the back of the loco, to the first carriage, and I'll put the brakes in, and we'll stick the brand new colliery to stop the scenario review. we'll see how these behave under braking. Certainly single is beautiful. It's great for these. Love it. Keep accelerating. Slowing down gradually anyway, so still too soon. Use a gradient to help us slow down. This is what I want to do, is an acid test of the braking sound. So here goes. That sounded awesome. Brake sounds very, very good. And that was the last thing I wanted to check on the stock. So that is ultimately extremely, extremely good. Needless to say, I'm very, very pleased with the coaches themselves. I'm very, very, very pleased with how these go with the GNR Sterling single. Caledonia Works, and also these will happily go with. Excuse me, sorry. These will happily go with and work with the DT-N2 locomotive as well. On top of that, there are quick drives for the Sterling single and the DT-N2, which I need to test, but apparently they will work. So yeah, that concludes a very short, straightforward review of the GNR six-wheeler set. Price is $5.99 from Digital Traction, live on their website now. Worth every penny. I think these are very versatile bits of stock, very period bits of rolling stock, which could come in handy for a multitude of routes and applications and kind of mashups in train sim if you want to do that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm very, very, very pleased with them. Everything's been done top notch. Well done, Digital Traction. Fantastic, fantastic little product. Thank you very much. This has been Brucie-Magik, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.